Okay, so specializing in just one sport, that is a question I get asked a lot by my patients, especially the parents, where they're saying, hey, Bo, when should we just allow little Johnny to focus on just playing baseball or Carissa just playing volleyball? And my answer is never. That's right, never. Not until you are at least a junior in high school, if not in college. Now, hear me out. The reason being is this. Number one, there is so much opportunity right now for a child to continue playing just one sport year round. We see this a lot in like softball, soccer, volleyball, swimming, pretty much every sport, where they can play their quote unquote main sport year. And then they have travel ball, winter ball, fall ball, summer ball. I mean, you name it. It's absolutely insane. But here's the reasons why I don't believe this is smart for younger athletes. Number one, most common, overuse. And with overuse comes a higher propensity for injury. I see this a lot with my overhand sport athletes, my throwers, my swimmers, volleyball, softball, baseball, pitchers, quarterbacks. You know, when you're constantly just using that arm over and over and over again and never giving it a chance to, number one, rest, never giving it a chance to actually have a season to rebuild and repair, and never giving it a chance to actually refine, you're setting yourself up for further injury. And usually when those injuries occur, they're bad. You're talking rotator cuff syndrome, dislocations that require surgical intervention, just really, really bad stuff. And guys, that is such a disadvantage for those athletes. Number two, what we see with primarily just one sport athletes is overcompensation. So not only are they overusing an area like their shoulder, but the rest of their bodies are in complete overcompensation mode. I see this all the time with one-sided athletes, whether that be golfers or tennis players, where one side is so incredibly tight, stiff, overdeveloped, and the other side is completely neurologically turned off, mentally turned off, physically turned off, that their balance is bad, their reaction times aren't as fast, and the body needs time to rest and repair. So if you're a parent watching this right now, please, I urge you, have your younger athlete play multiple sports. Matter of fact, two various multiple sports is the best thing. So if your son plays football and it's a big, aggressive, hardcore sport, have him do swimming or golf or something that's gonna completely change their mindset, completely change the different muscles that they're using, the frequency, the duration, the intensity, and allow their bodies to recover. I'm a huge proponent for younger athletes starting at about the age of 13 or so to start lifting weights, doing plyometrics, sprinting, getting in the gym and actually strengthening the muscles, the joints, the areas that they're going to use for those sports, but also they need the same amount of time, guys, to recover. So allow your younger athlete to do multiple sports. There's also a lot of studies showing that, look, the highest level of Division I athletes that were awarded scholarships played multiple sports. They didn't just pitch softball since they were 8 years old and then got a scholarship when they were, 15 or 16. No, those athletes also did, volleyball, they did tennis, they did gymnastics. It's important, especially at the highest levels, the Division I, the collegiate levels, the Olympic levels, that those athletes are well-rounded. And usually the most well-rounded athletes also play multiple sports. And then lastly, guys, the athletes that are only doing one sport, they get burnt out. Imagine this, and I've seen this so many times, where you see a young, budding, rising star in a sport. I saw this with a tennis player of mine. This girl was incredible. She was rated in the top 10 in the entire world. Her parents trained their whole life. She was flying to Paris, flying to London, going to Australia. And ultimately, by the time she became 14 years old, it happened in my practice, she completely burnt out. She literally was yelling and screaming at her parents in my practice, I hate this. I don't want to do tennis anymore. I want to be with my friends. I want to be able to have a weekend and go watch a movie and go to dinner and not worry about every little thing that I'm eating and is it appropriate or not. I want to be able to go to a school dance and not have to miss all those big important things in my life to play tennis anymore. So why do I tell you all this? because younger athletes, more than ever, are pushed so incredibly hard to excel in just one sport. And as a parent myself, if I see my child and they're doing well, I want to give them every opportunity that I can to help them be better at that sport. But I also want them to become well-rounded athletes, well-rounded individuals, and ultimately, the whole reason we're doing this is to give them an opportunity so when the right time comes, that they perform at their highest level. So if you're a parent right now and you're debating, hey, should I have my son or daughter play these other sports? Or, you know what, she's really good at volleyball. Do I really want to have her try swimming? Yes, try it. Have her do those things because it's going to help her out in the long run. And guys, let's be honest. Most of us will never ever get to the highest level of those sports. And the things that we remember most are the times with our friends, the good times we had on and off the field, and ultimately the support of our parents. So if you're a parent, you know what there? We live a rough life. We want to give our kids everything that we can. But please, I urge you, don't specialize them in any one sport, at least until they're higher levels of high school. All right, guys, I know this is a controversial topic. If you have questions about it, ask down below in the comments. That's what I'm here for. I take care of athletes all day long. I hope you guys have a good one. I'll talk to you later.